I think it really depends on which field you're looking for. The ground reality for me as a student, when I came in, it was very easy to find a job in hospitality.
After your student visa ends, you can work full-time here. So basically, I used to work a lot. Basically 38 hours fortnight.
It took me around more than 6 months to find a job. It was majorly due to COVID reasons, and also I was an international student and I had just finished my master's and didn't have a previous experience.
It was really demotivating. There was a point where I really considered just moving back home because it would be easier.
Moving to a new country is never easy, especially as a student. The moment you fly out of India, you're expected to be independent, alone, managing studies, managing work, and managing home. Something which many of us are not aware as we begin the new chapter of our lives. The biggest challenge for any student abroad is finding jobs, both part-time and full-time, and many students struggle to find their way around. So we went on ground in Melbourne, Australia, and spoke to a few students to understand their experiences in the Australian job market. These students tell us that finding jobs is sure difficult but not impossible, and with their experiences, you can be better prepared for your journey to Australia. But before we start, we have curated a collection of best SOPs to apply to top Australian universities and colleges to help you draft yours for inspiration. You can find the link to download them in the description box and the pinned comments below. The video is in 2 parts. In the first part, we talk about the challenges faced by these students and the insights into part-time jobs. In the second, we talk more about full-time jobs, how universities can help, and some words of advice from these students who have experienced everything firsthand. So stay tuned. Now let's get to know these students a bit better.
Hi, my name is Sahavya Rajkotwala. I'm from Mumbai and I studied at the University of Melbourne and I did my Bachelor of Commerce.
Hi guys, my name is Rohan. I'm from Mumbai. I've basically done bachelor's in India in civil engineering, and over here, this is my college, RMIT. I've done my master's in civil engineering over here.
Hi, my name is Asta. I'm from Bangalore. I studied Bachelor of Biotechnology in the University of Melbourne.
My name is Piyush. I'm from Delhi, India, and I studied my master's in data science from Deakin University.
My name is Natasha. I'm from Noida, UP. I studied commercial cookery and hospitality from Australian College of Trade.
I'm currently working part-time at a supermarket and I'm looking for a full-time job in marketing.
I would say I am working, but I'm always looking for a new job. I work as a structural consultant here in a local company.
I'm currently working part-time in Woolies, which is just a grocery store, and I'm looking for full-time work.
I am currently working as a data analyst.
I'm currently working as a compliance manager in education.
For some, Australia has been a rosy dream, and for some, a journey full of challenges. 4 in every 5 students who move to Australia to study look for part-time jobs the moment they land in the country. Finding jobs can be tricky, especially if you're looking for a corporate job while studying. Casual work in cafes, restaurants, retail stores, and petrol pumps is comparatively easier.
I think it really depends on which field you're looking for. The ground reality for me as a student, when I came in, it was very easy to find a job in hospitality because you do get filtered on the basis of the visa subclass. So I reckon anything that's hospo, anything that's cleaning, things like that, it was fairly easy. But I think if you're looking for a corporate sector job, it is fairly difficult and you really need to be lucky to get one.
Most international students, including those from India, work in restaurants, cafes, supermarkets, and such places during their studies to support themselves. Yes, the working hours are long and there is a lot of hard work needed. These places not just offer employment to international students, but also pay them well and help them build networks to secure corporate kind of jobs once they graduate. Networking is important, so before you decide to move to Australia, make sure you brush up on your networking skills.
During my job hunt, I used to work as a team member at Woolies. Woolies is a big supermarket chain here. After your student visa ends, you can work full-time here. So basically, I used to work a lot. Basically 38 hours fortnight, and yes, that's quite a lot of hard work. So yeah, brace yourself, guys.
So my first job was in hospitality. I started working as a waitress in an Italian restaurant. I would say that I was getting paid all right. It was on cash because otherwise, as per the Australian law, they're supposed to pay you minimum wage. So usually when employers know that you're desperate for a job and you're a student, so they try to get you paid on cash. Then slowly I started building contacts. I started working for an events company. It's called Melbourne Racing Club. Again, they onboard you as a casual. Good rates, they pay you well. But it is, when I say casual, what I mean is it's a shift-based job. So when they need you is when they call you. So there's no consistency. That is where I realized that it is imperative that I get a job which is close to like a 9 to 5. That is when I started working in administration. I worked in the same company for over 6 years and built my way up. I was one of the lucky ones that the transition for me was not that difficult. But I do know friends who've struggled quite a bit to venture into a 9 to 5 role. But I've also known people who've been lucky. So I feel like here it's a mix of the kind of network you make and the contacts that you have, and that's what kind of leads you up.
That's right, networks and contacts. Most students moving to Australia are not really aware how job market works abroad. Like I said earlier, networking is crucial, making contacts are important, and the universities help immensely with this. You just have to be proactive. Ask help from your university, get your CV checked, attend careers fairs, and slowly build your networks.
I think I was partially aware when I was applying to an Australian university, purely because I was aware that I would get 2 years to look for a job after I graduated. But I think people don't tell you that the Australian market is quite unstable. So 3 years of doing uni does not prepare you for the market that you're entering. So I would say it isn't the easiest, especially as a foreign student, where not all jobs are in demand. It's a bit harder. There's so many job apps that are just asking you for your visa status, and it's really hard to just get into the interview stage when you don't have a PR or a citizen of Australia. So I recommend finding networks. That's something I learned here. When you're looking for a job, you just need to find networks, make connections with people that are willing to hire you. But I was only partially aware. I thought I was, but I came here and you just really learn the reality of the job market once you've been looking for a job.
Another major challenge for an international student is the wait. Many students keep working in their part-time jobs whilst they look for full-time work after they graduate, and I think that's the best thing to do. Sometimes it takes time to build yourselves up, get to know people, prepare for multiple applications and interviews, but trust me when I say this, patience is the key.
So while I was looking for a job, it was peak COVID and there were shortages of jobs here in Australia. It took me around more than 6 months to find a job. It was majorly due to COVID reasons, and also I was an international student and I had just finished my master's and didn't have a previous experience. So it took me a while to get a job here, but all in all, it was a good process.
In part 2 of this video, we know more about how these students paved their way into job market, how the universities stepped in to assist them, and some helpful advice for all those looking to move to Australia to start a new life. To make sure you don't miss out on part 2, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.